So all of these things where the kettle on top of the microwave, the wok, that took me a while to get on the top of the oven, the cans and the jars and the whatever and stuff up there, the bits and pieces are up on top of the cupboards, and then I put a shelf in, a bit of soap there. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, pretty happy with that now. Hey all, Toves here, back playing some more House Flipper. Today we are at the house after the flood, and it is a bit of a mess. So it looks like there's there must have been a pretty major flood for the whole house to be flooded on the outside. Let's go and have a look inside. So that kind of weird corridor deal are going on again. So it's not that different, this layout. Obviously it's pretty grim. I mean, is this the water line? Like they're the whole place. Surely the whole place didn't just fill up with water. That is pretty drastic. Got this weird extra door. I don't know what this is. The kitchen. I guess this is the kitchen. And then this is I think a living room at the moment. And then there's another living room there. And then this is the bedroom. So, first things first, we need to do some magical cleaning. There we go, so much better. So, everything is clean, everything's plastered, all the doors have been removed. And we are back to a blank canvas. A lot of it needed replastering, which is what all that kind of weird mark around the edge was. So let's have a little look and see what we should do with this one. I think it's sort of tempted to try it. I'm tempted to try it and not take any of the walls down because I'm conscious of the fact that I generally always change the layout. But then it's got, I don't know, it's got a very strange little hallway. I never love these hallways. I feel like they kind of waste space a bit. So we've got space for 2 bedrooms. What have we got here? We've got space for 2 bedrooms, potentially space for 3 bedrooms, you know. If we just... so this could be a kitchen living room. Alright, I'm going to make some changes to the walls and then I'll bring you back. Okay, I think we have something. Something is coming together. So it's going to be a bit of a strange layout, but I think it's going to come together. So on the right hand side as you come through the door, I've just put some bathroom in. So this is the only bathroom in the house, I think. On the left is going to be a big master suite. I might do something back there as well. I'm not sure yet. Then this is kind of a little entrance hallway. I'm going to have this little kitchen. This hole here, yeah, will make sense in a minute. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. I've also discovered that this awesome cupboard unit is the height. These 2 units here are exactly the height of a wall minus its lintel. So that opens up quite a few little possibilities. So I'm actually going to incorporate this into my kitchen as like the background to something. I think that opens up quite a few possibilities. I mean, it's always my frustration in the game is that things aren't kind of a uniform height. Yeah, you notice that the kitchen cupboards and those sorts of things are all slightly different. So you can't get another unit that's that same height as the worktop there. And that's the same with the vertical height as well, right up to the top here. So these are, I think, I might be wrong, but I think there's only a few pieces in the game that are actually this height and will fit below a lintel. So what this means is, if you look, I mean, even just the way that I've lit it, this is actually a different colour. This is white up here, but the lighting makes it look like it's the same sort of colour. Obviously this looks white, but as long as I cover that up, should be alright. And then we go into this big kind of kitchen, living room area. So I might put a table in here, and not sure I'm going to, first use of a my first use of an actual fireplace, which I love. And then I think I'm going to have like a little sort of study area here. I've done this kind of weird little gap because it always kind of grates on me when the wall butts right up against the window, because it's so obviously not where the window is supposed to have been, because you don't ever have an internal wall doing that. So I think we'd want to work on the kitchen now. Maybe the kitchen, just put the flooring in, because the flooring often kind of makes it sort of stitched together. Because at the moment when you've got flashlight, I don't need the flashlight on. When you've got kind of all the same lighting and no flooring and no colouring, you can't really distinguish the sort of zoning of the house. But I think I'm pretty happy with this as an initial layout. I kind of like that as an entrance, and then this is your kind of into your main living room area. So I'm trying to squeeze in next to this. I'm trying to hide this white thing, and I'm trying to put a fridge in. So I'm going to put my fridge. I'm going to put my fridge right back in the corner there, and it sort of visually to the eye looks like it should go, but it's showing red. So what you often find in the game is this doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but there is often just a little trick, just the ordering which you do something. So it doesn't always cure the problem, but if I now put the fridge back there, it will actually now let me build the lintels, and you can see the lintels are just slightly clipping into the fridge, which you can see from up here, but see when you're down there you can't see that. So yeah, just a little tip. I mean, obviously the problem will be make sure you get the thing in the right position, because as soon as you try and pick it up you can't move it at all. So I have just annoyingly put it slightly not in the right position. But yeah, that's just a nice little way of getting round some of this some of the little eccentricities that the game has sometimes. Are we happy with that position? I'm trying to cover that unit. Maybe just a little bit more of a tilt. I think that's probably better. Okay. I'm trying to cover that unit behind so you can't really see it from the kitchen. So that we've got that cupboard. But obviously you see that trick. So I've gained a little bit more floor space there, because this is effectively doing the job of the wall. So I think that looks pretty good. Once I've painted those the same colour, that will be pretty seamless. So looking at this side, we're actually going to do the same sort of trick. So I'm going to get, which is the unit? It's this one. So I'm going to get this unit. I'm going to use this unit in there. I'm just going to place it down roughly for a second, because I'm conscious of something in there. I want to make sure, what am I after? I'm after some of the new kitchen units. I need a sink. I think that was actually the one we wanted. So I want to place down the sink and a single, I think it'll be the slim unit next to it. No, it is actually the broad unit. That one, right? Yeah. So it does let me place it. That's as far back. And now I just want to make sure, it just grates on me slightly the fact that there's this little corner here, and this actually works quite well with my space behind. So I just want to bring those up just a little bit more, just on the next tick point. So it's just there. See how that just lines up better? The unit, the edge of that unit just runs down the edge. But then obviously what we get is this space behind. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm basically going to do the same sort of trick on this side with a unit that's going to go into that slot and plug that gap. So that is basically our kitchen layout. I think I'm pretty happy with that. So let me give it a bit of paint, but then I'll bring it back, and maybe the flooring. So we now have some colour, which I think this is quite good now. So I changed the floor in the hallway, and I have changed the floor in here. I did a bit of colouring. just this kind of little splashes of, I think it was ice blue, that colour. Actually works quite well. A lot of the colours are a bit, can be a bit sort of dirty looking, so this is nice to have quite a nice clean one. Done a bit of lighting, a couple of little sconces, put the 2 big lights up there. So all is left for me to do now is to do some of the finishing touches and make it look pretty. So let me try and bring you along for this. So this is a bit of a process, obviously. So generally always go with a plant somewhere. And I tend to kind of put things down and then I start to move them around. So do we want any pictures? Potentially, but let's go with that one. Don't think I've used that one before. Stick that one up there for now. And then you want the sort of big kitchen thing. So what else have we got in? Electronic equipment. We've got a cooker. We don't have a microwave. Can we get a microwave in somewhere? Yes, we definitely can. Get a microwave in over here, I think. Makes sense. I wonder if we could get a microwave in there. Let's have a little look-see. Let's go with an up shelf. Annoyingly, the up shelves are the only ones you can actually put stuff on. Let's leave it there for now. Might come back and fiddle with that in a minute. What else have we got? TV. Coffee maker. We definitely want a coffee maker. Seems like a good little spot. Coffee maker to go. It's amazing how as soon as you start to dress it, it makes such a big difference. Fridge Fez. I've never seen that before. It's like a little mini fridge. Cool. Then let's go into other. The old favourite other. So we want the smaller bin in the corner. This is always one that I use. It's a shame I can't put stuff on this back wall. I can't put stuff on that back wall obviously because that isn't actually a wall. Can put stuff there though. Let's just check the colours. That's close enough. I mean, it's a bit of an odd place because it's over the sink, but it's fine. What else have we got here? Sand timer. No, didn't think so. Whiteboard. Can we put the whiteboard at an angle? Gives me an idea. It's not going to be what I'll use it, but it's giving me an idea for something. Knives. Let's go next to the oven. Makes some sense to me. It's a shame there's no like. I suppose that is supposed to be like a spice rack, but it's got nothing really on it. What else have we got here? Kettle, teapot. Pretty sure I can't put that up on there. I can put it next to the. Let's put it over here. What other bits can we get? Cake fork. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is tiny. How very strangely specific that is. Let's put one of those in there. So this is supposed to be recipes, but I never think it looks like a recipe book. The chopping board, the one and only chopping board that we get. So I don't usually bring you guys along when I'm doing this bit because this is the bit that I tend to take ages over. I wonder if I can put another one next to it. No. God damn it, game. What if I do? That looks better. Can we put a knife on that? Let's come back for that. No. Sort of next to it works though. Yeah, so I don't usually bring you guys along with this for this bit because this is the bit that I tend to kind of take a while to fiddle through. Although feel like I'm racing through this one. It's coming together though. It's definitely coming together. Those little dressing points make such a difference. I think I just said that, but there you go. What's the colour on the? Is that going to work? I think that's going to work. Might put a little shelf up somewhere. Can I put a little shelf up? Let's have a look. Let's have a look to see if we can get one of those kitchen cupboards shelves. Aha. Oh, is that going to get a bit squishy? Put 2 in there. Could do. What's that look like from this side? No, I don't think so. They're all saying that they're bookshelves, but they're not bookshelves, people. They are not bookshelves. Alright, so leave me with this for a bit, guys, and let me fiddle around and get some of these last kind of dressed bits in. And then I shall show you the final result. Back in a sec. Right, I think we are there. So I have added in various bits and pieces all over the place. So little calendar picture there, which looks pretty cool. I think works quite well in that little space. I did do the time to fiddle around and put things on top of things. So if you don't know how to do that, so you saw me in the last little section there trying to put the knife on top of the board, and you know you can't do that. So if you want to know how to do that, click the link above in my tips and tricks video. So all of these things where the kettle on top of the microwave, the wok, that took me a while to get on the top of the oven, the cans and the jars and the whatever and stuff up there, the bits and pieces are up on top of the cupboards, and then I put a shelf in, a bit of soap there. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, pretty happy with that now. Do let me know what you guys think. I like the colours actually. I didn't think I was going to like the colours initially, but I do. Quite happy with them. So let me know what you guys think. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions or comment or anything below. It's always really nice to get comments and feedback, thoughts and everything. So thank you for those, for anyone who's done that in the past and in future and stuff. And yeah, I shall be moving on to one of these next rooms in this house next time. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. My name is Toves. Catch you next time. Cheers.